Hey everybody, welcome back. We are still here in self-isolation in Australia.
We're flying back home soon, probably a few days from the time this video uploads, and we just wanted to look back at our time here in Australia and talk about some of our favorite things.
If you are new to this channel, we're Jenny and Logan, and we left the US back in August of 2019. We traveled to 9 countries over the course of 2 months and ultimately landed in Australia in October of 2019, and we've been living and working here ever since. If you like this video or have watched any of our other videos and like those, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when our next videos are posted. That usually happens once a week around midweek. We'd really appreciate it. It really helps us out.
Thank you. So let's get into it. We're going to go through our top 15 things that we have loved about living here in Australia. We had a longer list.
Yeah.
But I had to shorten it because the video would get too long.
It was hard to narrow it down because, truth be told, we have really loved living here, so there are a lot of things to pick from.
Number 1, the weather. It's a beautiful day here in Sydney. Luckily, I guess we're leaving at winter time, so we've only really experienced the best part. It's just been nice, not too cold. When it rains, it rains.
That is true, yeah.
But we've loved it.
Yeah, you don't really have to look up the weather too much. You can pretty much guarantee that 5 out of the 7 days of the week are gonna be sunny and nice. We've been very spoiled with nice weather. And number 2, if you've watched any of our recent videos, we talked a lot about this in more detail, but we've really loved the laid back and relaxed culture, not only in the workplace, but just the attitude of Australians overall. When it comes to work, that means lots more vacation days and just a more casual atmosphere in the office. And then I guess when it comes to life here in Australia, Australians just tend to be more go with the flow, easygoing. It's been a nice atmosphere to be in.
And number 3, authentic Asian food options. So we love the food here in Australia. We've gotten awesome Thai food, Chinese, Vietnamese,
Japanese.
Doesn't end. It's all fantastic and we're really gonna miss it.
So much. And number 4 is MARRICKVILLE, the town we live in, and just the Sydney suburbs in general. So we've spent most of our time in Australia living in MARRICKVILLE. We love the proximity to the beach, to the city. We love the town itself. We just said if we could plop MARRICKVILLE back home, we would be quite happy.
Great place. So number 5 for our favorite things, I guess this is more specific to Sydney. Public transport has been great. Never needed a car, just had our Opal cards. Took the train and metro combination to work most days. For the most part, fairly efficient. Obviously, there were a couple rough, long, delayed mornings to get to work, but
it happens.
For the most part, thumbs up.
And coming in at number 6 are the beautiful Sydney beaches and coastal walks. So we didn't get to spend as much time at the beach as we had wanted to because a lot of them have been closed for a while now, but we did get to go to Manly Beach. We've gone to Bondi. Shelley. I did the Coogee to Bondi walk. The coastline is just gorgeous, and the fact that you're so close to the city is just crazy. You can't beat it.
And number 7, the fantastic wildlife here in Australia. So we didn't get to see as much as we hoped. We had quite the list of animals we wanted to go explore and see.
Kangaroos,
on our trip.
Quokkas, whale sharks.
Yeah.
One day.
But we saw a kookaburra this week.
We did see a kookaburra this week. That was really exciting. At number 8, we've picked the people we've met and the friends we've made. So overall, we've found Australians to be really friendly. We've talked about our Airbnb hosts a number of times. They're fantastic. We've made some really great friends through work, and we just really haven't had a problem meeting nice people here. And I'm gonna do number 9 too because I drink more coffee than Logan does, but I have fallen in love with flat whites. The coffee here in Australia is to die for. It's all espresso based. You can go down to any cafe around the corner, pay $2 to $3 and get an amazing coffee. It is something I'm going to miss so much when we leave.
Starbucks doesn't fly here. You just go to the local place, get a great cup of coffee.
It's the best.
And number 10, the Australian Open. Luckily, we were here when things weren't locked down. In January, we took a quick flight to Melbourne and saw the awesome Australian Open for like $60 or something. We got a ground pass, saw so much great tennis, made it into a stadium. It was a great event.
It It was so cool. I really enjoyed that. Way more than I thought I would.
It's more than just tennis.
More than just tennis.
And number 11, the work and holiday visa. It's an awesome opportunity that you have, if you're a certain age, to come and live and work in a new place on the other side of the world. It's just a really great experience, how much opportunity you have here to travel, work, meet new people. It's just something I think is really neat about Australia.
It's so unique, and we're so fortunate that we could take advantage of it.
We'd recommend.
Highly. Number 12 is something that I think we catch ourselves saying probably weekly. We absolutely love the international feel of Sydney. It's the most international city either of us have ever lived in, and it's really cool to sit on the train and hear a lot of different languages, have so many different food options. It just feels like a very worldly city, and we really have enjoyed that about Sydney.
Yay, Sydney.
And number 13, we're almost there. This one is for me. I really enjoy the terrible, crappy reality TV shows that they have here. I'm a sucker for Married at First Sight and The Bachelor.
Love Island.
Love Island, I've discovered. We don't have that in the US. And they have a UK version too, which I've been good and haven't watched, but not good, not quality TV, but really entertaining, and I have eaten it up. Sorry, Logan.
And number 14, just you have plenty of options for things to do when you're not in lockdown.
Yeah.
You're close to the beach, you can go to the mountains, go for bushwalks, outdoor movie theaters,
Cricket matches,
music venues. It's just a great cultural hub, always something to do, can't be bored.
Luckily, we've gotten to do a lot
All
of
those
things. Yeah,
Except the mountains this year.
no mountains.
Finishing off the list at number 15 is contactless payment. It's been really handy, easy, tap and go, good to go. It hasn't really picked up in the US, maybe it has since we've been gone. We can hope it's just made life really convenient.
Yeah, and we had it in the UK a couple years ago, and we just said, why don't we do this at home? This is so much easier. So it's a really silly little thing, but
It's something.
it's a nice perk. And there you have it. That's our list of our 15 top things we love about living in Australia. Like we said, the list was really hard to narrow down because we could go on and on. We have loved living in Sydney, and that made it a really hard decision for us to go home.
We're curious if you agree with our list, if you're Australian or you've been to Australia. Let us know in the comments what your favorite things are.
So we feel like we might give a skewed perception on how much we like being here, and it's true, we really do love being here, but we want to balance it out a little bit. So next week we're going to talk about some things that we wish Australia had or things that we miss from home. So make sure to stay tuned because that video will come out next week. But thanks so much for watching. Can't wait to see what some of your favorite things are in the comments, and hope you're staying safe.
See you next
Bye.
time.